Hello, and welcome to the William Street Swap Shop. My name is Zach. It's a wonderful Wednesday. It's great to be back with you. Last Wednesday was a repeat, and the Wednesday before, I did an interview with Adam, Lil Fuchs. Today, I'm joined by two fellows, coworkers, colleagues. Before I introduce them, I just want to let you know, I see our numbers growing on the Adult Swim streaming website. You can watch us at adultswim.com. That's probably where you're watching us, or on your phone, on a device. However, if you are new to the show, on Wednesdays we do not swap items. We can look at your items, but we won't talk about them because Matt is not here with me. He's never here on Wednesdays. He has probation and other court-ordered duties he has to be at. So I said, I want to take a break on Wednesdays, but they said, no, we want you to interview people, swap stories, and continue the swap shop spirit. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing with Ethan and Ted, and I'm joined by them. They are our new interns for the summer at adultswim.com and our on-air production department.
It's great
Welcome
to be
to
here.
the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, how has your internship been so far?
I've only been here for 2 full days so far, so it's been pretty simple.
Okay. And just to introduce to the audience watching, you are Ted and you are Ethan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just found this out before the show began because we actually had another guest lined up, and they might be here, they might not, we don't know. And if they show up, we'll talk to them. And not to say I don't want to interview you, but we just didn't have it planned. But because you guys are resilient, and this is something I will endorse you for on LinkedIn in the future. You're here. You came in at the last minute, and you're here to talk. And I just found out that you're both high school interns, correct?
Well, I mean, I graduated in May, but
Okay.
yeah.
You graduated in May, but before you even have stepped a foot into college, you're getting an internship experience at Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Which majority of people who are in the demographic of our viewers would be jealous. I would be jealous if my past self could go back and watch this interview. I'd say, what? I'm not only am I jealous of my future self, but I'm jealous of people who are in high school. Ethan, you said
Yeah.
you're 16?
Yeah, I'm going to be going into my junior year.
Wow. Okay, so before we begin any more interviews, how is that?
It's exciting. Junior year is definitely going to be hard, but being here, being the youngest person is definitely an interesting experience.
I think you might be the youngest person to have ever worked at Adult Swim.
Really?
I think so. I don't know of anybody else, unless we count animals. I guess the fish are only a few years old. But how did that happen?
So I do a lot of the broadcasting at my school for sports.
Okay.
And we have a consultant there who has known people at Turner for a long time. So I talked to him, and he got me an interview.
Okay. Wow. So what was the stipulation? It was because I know a lot of internships for you, Ted, and for you, Ethan, it says you have to have 2 years college experience, or you have to be in school for a junior standing. So did you trick them, or was it just like, hey, I want to learn, and they were welcoming?
That's pretty much the way it went.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're not giving away, like, us interviewing you and exposing a 16-year-old here is not going to get us in trouble, I hope. If so, well, I apologize to our HR department.
Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow.
You will be here. I might not be, though.
I honestly come in sometimes and I kind of expect you just to have vanished somewhere.
Right. Like, just to materialize.
Mhm.
Oh,
HR
no, like
finds
he's just gone.
out. Oh.
Just kind of happens.
Yeah.
It's over.
Mhm.
It's done. Capiche? So, you guys are, what's your tracks? Where do you want to go? And where do you see, the question I was always asked when I was in high school is, what are you going to do in 5 years? And I remember being 18, like, okay, I'll be out of college. Will I have a job? Will I be on a road trip? Will I be dead?
Right,
I
yeah.
don't know. No one knows. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'm going to college for video game design.
Okay.
So ideally something that, like, if I can hold down a job even.
Right.
Because, let's be honest, it is a tough market right now. A lot of fluctuating jobs and such.
Sure.
But hopefully I won't be dead.
No.
I would really appreciate that.
Right.
Geez, in 5 years. It's weird. I don't actually get asked this question a lot, which is
Right.
a strange thing, I guess, for someone my age.
Yeah, it is weird. A lot of people would ask, and I don't think you're supposed to have an answer, so you don't have to, because when I turned 23 when I'm from 18, and for you being 21, you'll still be in
Mhm.
school. But by then, you'll probably be in charge of the network. When I was 23, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that's when I actually started working. Got my job here. But before that, I thought, I could be in a van, a van driving around
Down by the river?
Right, down by the river,
Yeah.
or down by the ocean if I wanted to go out to the coast, and make it big in Hollywood. Big acting. I'd love to act.
Right, yeah.
But no, you find your place. So you want to do video game design.
Yeah.
Are there any video games out there right now that you feel are just killing it, that are doing great,
Um,
ahead of their time?
My brother actually is really excited for Overwatch, the new
Okay.
Blizzard game. But he and I don't really have very advanced computers, and the newest console we have is a Wii U. We don't have like a PS4 or anything like that, so
Okay.
we haven't been able to like play it.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I'm really just playing a lot of older games right now. I'm actually playing through Final Fantasy VII for the first time.
Wow. Okay. I
and
remember that.
I'm loving that game.
Yeah. That was out a while ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Can't remember the exact year.
I remember being probably about 12, 13 when people, and I'm 28 now, so people 15 years ago would say, this is a great game, and I found out about it.
I mean, people still say that.
Yeah. I have a story about that.
Oh, yeah?
I was once invited over to a friend's house to play it, and it was the first time I think I ever actually went over to a friend's house. Like, can you remember the time when someone first invites you over, and you're like, wow, a friend is inviting me over? I guess I was maybe when I was 6 or 7, but that doesn't count because it's your parents are taking. But I walked to my friend's house. I was about 12 or 13, and I went over and said, we're gonna play Final Fantasy. I had no idea what it was, but I remember falling in love with one of the characters. And I don't remember her name, but she was my first crush.
Happens to a lot of people. Do you know if it was Final Fantasy VII or if
I think it was
an older
Final
one?
Fantasy VII. It was the cover had the character with the big huge
Yeah, it
sword.
was probably Tifa then.
Okay, yeah.
That seems to be a common thing. Either Tifa or Aerith. Not Aerith, that is wrong.
Right.
Just don't.
Well, I was never a big Final Fantasy fan, but I had my first console was a GameCube.
Wow.
The
okay.
glorious
yeah,
cube.
I remember that.
I remember spending long nights playing Luigi's Mansion, the
Right.
ghost hunting game with Luigi. Definitely a highlight of my childhood.
For me, it was Nintendo 64. I never owned one, but I'd always play with friends. GoldenEye, running around, throwing proximity mines.
Right,
That
yeah.
was what it was all about. A lot of angry arguments, but I'm a calm person, and I would never yell or raise my voice. I would just sit and watch.
In my house, actually, we settled a lot of arguments, my brother and I, with Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Perfect
like,
way to end a dispute.
yeah.
Right.
I'm kind of sad that I lost the memory card on my GameCube a while ago, because I want to know how many hours I've put into that game overall, because my files just vanished.
You lost it, and it's gone?
Yeah, I guarantee
Dang.
it's far too much.
Shoot.
It's definitely an excellent console, though.
Yeah,
A lot of gems on that game.
absolutely. So, Ethan,
Mhm.
when I was your age, and I think I speak probably for the majority of people who would be watching on stream, unless they're younger than 16 or they are 16, I remember thinking, I wasn't even going to go to college. I thought I would just stay home, or not maybe stay at home, but I would figure something else out.
Mhm.
Like I was the first in my family to go to college. I didn't think about school that
Mhm.
much. I was a sophomore. I was like, I don't need to take the tests. Whatever, school is lame. And for whatever reason, I had that thought, and I was still a nice, cool, calm person, but I just thought, school's not further education, no way. But then I decided, I think senior year, hey, I should probably take this serious and go into college. But what do you want to do? Is there something that...
I'm really interested in studying film,
Okay.
hopefully
So
at
it makes
USC.
sense that you're following the right path here.
Oh,
Exactly.
USC?
Yeah.
I went through the application process for that school. It is a nightmare.
Wow.
But it's definitely worth it to try.
Right.
Like, I applied to 9 schools,
hmm
so I got into 7, so...
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great to be your age and be able to have the whole future ahead. What's going to happen next
Yeah.
is what I always look at it as when you're that age. So films,
hmm
what films right now
Um,
are inspirational to you, or that you feel, what made you want to say, hey, I don't want to go to school for business, or I don't want to go to school for accounting, I want to be a film major?
Well, I can't really pinpoint the exact film that made me decide that I really wanted to work in film.
Right.
But my most recent film that I really enjoyed was The Nice Guys with
Okay.
Ryan Gosling and
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. It was really entertaining. It was really an interesting vibe in the 70s.
Wow. Okay. So that just came out?
Mhm.
Would you say was the director, have they done anything before that, or is it just something that's new?
It's,
What appealed you, or I guess caused you to gravitate towards that film.
I think the storytelling was really
Okay.
interesting to me, the way they conveyed the story, and it was very different, very original compared to a lot of sequels and things that are coming out now.
Sure.
I've not actually heard a lot about that movie.
Yeah.
Like, could you describe it? Like, what's it about?
So it's essentially about a private detective and kind of a guy who you would call to like beat up someone,
Right.
and they end up teaming up together to solve this case.
Okay.
And it's very
Yeah.
interesting. And the private detective's daughter like kind of tags along with them, who's like 12.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. So it's like a film noir kind of
Yeah.
Chinatown, Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Like,
Okay.
what was it rated? Was it like a more mature movie?
Yeah,
or
it's an
was it
R-rated
just sort of
movie.
goofy?
How did you
Okay.
get in?
Just kind of snuck in.
What?
You never
Sneaking
heard of
in?
the trick? You just buy a ticket to something else?
No, I never snuck it. I was very good. Not to say you're not, Ethan, but I
Mm.
was a very good kid. I had to wait till I was 17 to see an R-rated movie. My first R-rated movie I saw was Team America: World Police.
It's definitely a good one.
It was good. Yeah. So how did you just bought a ticket for something else and then went to go see?
Well, what happened was we bought, because you can buy the tickets without them checking your ID. So we bought the tickets to both X-Men Apocalypse
Okay.
and The Nice Guys, and then saw Apocalypse first,
Okay.
and then just walked into the other theater without having to check the stub.
So
at
two
booth.
movies for the price of one.
Yeah.
That's right. That's whenever the power would go out. Where I'm from in Missouri, we had a lot of storms. So when
Mhm.
electricity would
Oh,
go
yeah.
out with a bad tornado or storm, we would go to the movie theater because it was air conditioned and you could stay there all day. So I remember seeing like 3 or 4 movies back to back,
Yeah.
just going from each theater to each. And I felt bad because I didn't pay for them, but I wasn't downloading them,
Yeah.
and that's you can't. Torrent didn't exist then. It was like 2006. So
I don't really download movies, more music.
right. So
Oops,
what do you
I
guys
didn't
think?
say that.
Well, that's okay. I mean, what we working here, I think I can tell people who are watching in the stream, people talk about millennials and they talk about like the youth and how
Sure,
to capture
yeah.
them, that demographic.
Yeah.
And what is it? Do you feel like that's all a gimmick? Do you think being called labeled millennial is something that you're not? You're more than just a description, or do you have? Because I can already tell
Yeah.
between both of you, yeah, there's similarities, but video game design and film is
Yeah.
it's a creative field, but it's different, and you don't download movies.
Yeah.
You
No.
like movies, so maybe you download them,
Yeah.
and sneak into movies.
I definitely think that millennials tends to like, especially people in my age, don't really like to relate themselves to the category to be categorized as millennials,
Right.
because they see them as people that are in their 20s, a little older than that.
Right.
But there's a lot of hateful articles about millennials
Sure.
and what
So-
they're going to strive to do, and
What's next is plurals.
Plurals, yeah.
So you're a plural, I guess.
Mhm.
Then
It's kind of on the edge, sort of blurred area
Right.
between them.
okay.
I kind of.
I
feel
apologize
Like,
for calling you millennials. then.
oh no,
But,
no. It's nothing really. I feel like those kinds of labels, if we're gonna call them something like
Right.
that, they're just sort of used to categorize people who you aren't.
Right.
So I don't really worry about that kind of thing because like it doesn't really affect me yet. There are not many people who are
Sure.
younger than me who can make much of a difference. So I guess I don't really focus too much on that right now.
Okay. So but when advertisers specifically, is there anything right now that speaks to you? I mean, we are on
Everything that
work
tries.
for a network. Everything that tries does not.
I mean,
So trying is like,
It's-
hey, like you're gonna love this
yeah, it's all
this
those
soda.
sort of-
It's gonna be great. Coming
Yeah.
to you, fresh summer soda.
being pushy about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Put it on a
that or
skateboard.
They're just like trying too hard, that sort of feeling.
Right.
Like those really goofy commercials that you like to laugh at.
Okay. Yeah.
They just kind of feel like they're missing a mark somewhere.
I see. And I sometimes feel I understand that as well. I'm not much older than you guys, but sometimes I guess we get meetings, we get invites, we see our
Sure,
research
yeah.
teams
Yeah.
talking about millennials and
Mhm.
young people, how they view TV differently. Do you still prefer watching television on cable, or would you rather watch it on like Netflix or Hulu?
It really depends on the
yeah.
show, honestly. Like, depending on it, like I watch The Flash on TV a lot.
Yeah.
Where, well, I haven't caught up, but that's one of the few shows I actually do watch on TV. But mainly, I just do it on the internet.
Okay.
And if I can't find it on Netflix or something, I'll probably find it somewhere just hosted for free.
Gotcha.
So
Just download it. Or
yeah, not even
stream
download it, just like find
Stream
some
it from
place
free?
that's streaming it. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
way I find it is if you're really passionate about the show, that's when you'll watch it on television. When you
Right.
want to catch it live the first second anyone
Right.
else sees it, that's when you really want to see it live.
So it doesn't matter if you're how you watch it. It's just I really
Exactly.
want to watch The Walking Dead, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be sitting down watching it at 9 p.m. when it
Yeah,
comes
you
on.
just sort of feed it into your schedule. If
Gotcha.
you're like that, if you feel that strongly about the show, then you're gonna find a way to just sort of watch it whenever like it first comes out or as soon as possible.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's what
I
I
mean-
do. I have appointment viewing. Hey, I really need to see, this episode of the Wahlburgers, Mark Wahlberg show. And I'm not
Right.
going to miss it because I like Mark Wahlberg a lot.
Mm.
yeah, if you really care about it, then like you're going to prioritize it.
Right.
So like, if you're trying to watch a show and you just sort of have it on the back burner or something like that, you may just sort of catch it when you can or
Sure.
something like that. But for shows you really care about, you're probably gonna try to hunt it down a little bit.
All right. So you guys will both be, you're both young, but also very professional, and I'm already blown away that.
Come on.
When I first met, I thought, oh, these guys are probably going to make 1920. They're going to come in, they're going to be cool, and be like, whatever, looking at their phones. But you guys already know a lot about the whole industry.
Right.
So you're probably going to be hosting this show soon, and I'll be out on my way out. But
Do you want to leave?
No, I want to stay. I love it.
Not ready to pass on the tie yet.
No way. Yeah, the tie stays with me. But one day I'll be like David Letterman, and I'll grow a big beard and go run marathons
Just
and let someone else
vanish.
do this. Right.
Fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Let's just switch gears, and I want to ask you guys about school. What's been your favorite memory of high school? Where did you win any superlatives
Let's think.
or?
For me, when my school does a lot of broadcasts for football, our school went to the championships this year, which means we got to play in the Georgia Dome.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice.
And so we got the opportunity, me and like the rest of my club got the opportunity to film and put multiple cameras up in the stadium, and all of us got to be on the field and in the press box and got to film the game. And we actually won from like an onside kick recovered to the final second to
Wow.
win the game. And it was being on the field at that moment was probably
Okay.
It's gotta be like
highlight.
exhilarating.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for someone like me who, when I was in high school, I didn't go to prom, I didn't do much like that? Do you have any advice to give? Like, hey, maybe if you could go back, do it all over again.
I mean, I didn't go to prom, but that wasn't because like I was unwilling to.
Right.
I was just doing something else. I was actually on a college visit.
Oh wow.
It was a weird like scheduling thing.
Timing.
I was in Chicago actually. A great time in Chicago though.
Good.
So I mean, I
didn't miss
I
it.
think it's worth it.
Yeah. So you just say prom. I didn't miss it. I'm just dressing.
I mean,
yeah.
I had a friend who really wanted me to go with him. Like he had a group of friends that wanted to just sort of go there, hang out for like 30 minutes, and leave like you normally do.
Right.
And just like go hang out somewhere else at like a person's house or restaurant and just
hang out.
do
Yeah.
something else.
And you're being a junior. This would be your first year to be at prom, right?
Yeah, and we have freshman and sophomore year. They have what's called PDC, which is at the Piedmont Driving Club. Or
Okay.
no, it's not, but it's called the Pre-Debutante Cotillion or something like that, where the girls ask the guys, and that happens all 4 years. But yeah, I definitely think that it's important to get out there and to make it to those events, because I feel like now in the next 10 years are going to be the time when you really need to experience everything and
Absolutely.
to really
Yeah.
find where you need to go and learn as much as you can. So I feel
Right.
like
Yeah.
going to those things is another opportunity for something like that.
It opens
Especially
up
like
your-
sports, like football games and stuff. Because I actually never went to a football game during my high school career, and
Right.
I honestly really regret it. Like, I don't have many friends who were on the football team. I knew a couple people, wasn't exactly very close with them, but I knew a lot of people who were in like the band and stuff.
Right.
And I felt like I wanted to go out and support them for doing what they really cared about. I
Right.
just never did it, and I kind of regret that.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, you always have regrets with things, but
Yeah.
fortunately, you're moving on to college, where that I think you can really truly find
Oh yeah,
what makes you
definitely.
tick, and
Yeah.
that you can expand on that.
Yeah.
For you, Ethan, though, I feel like by the time you graduate high school, you're already articulate. You'll already be, you'll be sending us Turner CEO from Turner CEO Ethan. And I'll say, oh, it's Ethan. I remember interviewing him on the Swap Shop, and you skyrocket it after that. Not because of the
Really felt like a month ago.
popularity, right? It was just because you followed that path.
The humble beginning.
Right. Yeah, that's great. I brought some paper and some
Oh.
pens, and we usually draw or paint, and I want to invite you guys to feel free to draw anything you'd like, or we can be prompted. Before we go any further, I'll just go ahead and ask. I hope those pens work. I'm going to go ahead and ask any callers that would like to call in and ask questions to Ethan or Ted. Give us a call at 961-4263. We are... Did the pens work?
Yeah.
Pens work.
Yeah.
We are joined live right now. My name is Zach. We're not swapping, but we are swapping stories and memories. And I'm joined by our interns, newest interns that started on Monday.
Yep.
And we're going to draw some things. And if you have any questions, give us a call. And I'm also looking in the chat. I haven't looked at it all day, and I'm looking at it now, and they're talking about Sadie Hawkins. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the equivalent.
So the girl asked the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think anyone's going to ask you? Do you have any...
Well, I hope so.
Do you have any... When does it happen?
It happens in October.
Okay.
So
Do you have any feelers out, though? Like any notes been passed or anything like that?
Call from.
I guess you could say that.
Okay, good, great. Hello, welcome to
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, little kids, you guys like your high school pizza squares or your high school pizza slices?
I like
Hot
mine
topic
in
bracket.
slices.
I actually fold
Slice.
mine, but yeah, slices work.
Right.
I'm a big slice guy.
Okay.
Not a huge calzone fan.
You can get them in squares, though.
Yeah,
Not just at
it's,
cafeterias.
it's weird though.
Yeah. Who's
Honestly.
calling in?
Virtual pizza. I grew up on the squares. I like the square pizza. I don't
Your
know.
name is Virtual Pizza?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
a real person. I'm actually a slice of pizza in
Cool.
the virtual world.
Well, welcome to the
Yeah.
show. It's great to have you. Have you
Yeah.
gone to Sadie Hawkins dance, Virtual Pizza?
No, I only went to one dance in high school, and I went by myself like a loser.
Well, at least you
So
went.
I
I
kinda
didn't
just-
go.
I just
Not,
proved
don't call
it.
yourself
Everybody
that.
got real sad.
Don't call yourself that. I didn't go. I made up an excuse. I said I had to work.
I guess it was cool. I don't know. I don't really remember, honestly. That was over 10 years ago.
Wow. So, do you have any questions for Ethan or Ted? Or would you like to give us a prompt, something to draw that's PG friendly? Maybe PG-13.
I'll leave that up to somebody else. I just want to say, you know what? You interns got a good head on your shoulders. Somebody else said that in the chat, but I think it's true. You guys got a bright future.
Right.
Thank you.
When
Good
I,
show today.
they are.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
I mean, I
Keep
try.
it positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Like, you want to pretend you were an Adult Swim HR person,
Oh, boy.
Virtual Pizza, and ask them a question like about, say, like, just pretend this is 2 months ago. You're interviewing for the internship.
I actually never interviewed for this. It's weird.
Oh, well, pretend
Well, this is the interview.
This is the interview. This is the
It
interview.
works.
Yeah, give them
Right
a
here.
question.
This
Yeah.
is it.
So
All
give
right.
them
I'm
one
gonna
question
determine
and
your
they'll
future
answer
right
it
now.
both.
You guys are ready?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
2 years.
2
I asked
years.
him 5 years, but 2 years.
In Philadelphia, at Drexel, ideally with
In
with
college.
a couple friends. Yeah,
That Drexel is college.
yeah. I know a whopping one person who's going to be going to college in Philadelphia.
That's okay. When I moved
haven't
here, I
seen
didn't know
in 2
anyone.
years.
Nice to meet new people.
Yeah, it's nice to new
Yeah.
faces, new
It's
experiences.
one of the things
Definitely.
I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Such
I
a great
met some
experience.
interesting people traveling.
Right.
You never know who you're going to be, man. I've met this guy on Halo back when that was a relevant thing, playing online, and he ended up working for Major League Baseball, doing their
Nice.
fan cave out in New York City,
Wow.
and went out to L.A. from Kentucky, just went and spent the weekend with him, and then he ended up being famous. You never know who you're going to meet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
right. Yeah, you share those experiences, and you never know. You might be sitting down having a square slice of pizza with someone someday.
Yeah.
That's
My
true.
mom keeps
That's true.
telling
Enjoy
me
life,
that
kid.
My mom keeps telling me I'm gonna show up one day, back at home and have like pink hair and like
Right.
piercings all over my body.
It could happen.
It could happen.
You go
It
through
could
that phase.
happen.
I used to have my ears pierced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
People
mean, are
don't
they
see it
still
because I have
pierced?
my. I can still fit one through.
Hmm.
Yeah. People don't see it. I wear a headset, but I have them. I was a pierced bro, and I still
I
hang
had my
out
nose
and do-
pierced once.
Oh
You
yeah.
had your nose pierced?
Like
I did.
septum?
My girlfriend paid for it at the time. It actually made me cry.
Oh no.
I don't think boys aren't supposed to cry, but it made me
No,
tear
boys
up.
can
Like,
cry.
oh,
Yeah. It's no
Yeah.
big deal.
But I look
Gotta
cool.
share your feelings.
When
man.
was the last time you cried? Virtual Pizza.
Oh man, today
There you go.
crying right now. It's a beautiful time. I'm really
See?
not crying.
That's okay. I mean, hey,
Hey, man.
I
Happy crying.
right. I get teared up a lot. Animals usually do it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Movies, when a dog or an animal gets hurt, done.
It's out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tears.
I thought of a cool thing like doing a vlog and going around and just taking pictures of dead animals beside the road because I see so much of it.
Right.
Right.
If anybody
Okay.
thought of that, it'd get a million hits of just nonsense.
Yeah,
Wow.
you
Dead
should do it.
animals on a
Put it
vlog.
on
You'd be
Tumblr and
surprised
get. I think you get a
what's-
lot of attention.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what's on the internet.
Right.
I mean, there's probably something like that. But hey, follow
I've
your
seen
dreams,
worse.
man. I have too.
So right now we have Hiva Barabbas says, I would like the interns to draw Glinda, the good witch, waving her wand over a loafer that's stuck in the top of a cake.
A loafer?
Yeah.
Like shoe?
I think so, yeah. But you can do that if you'd like, but we can also wait and have someone prompt us on a phone call because, come on.
I think I'll wait for the phone call.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you
I'm
very
going
much,
to
really
Virtual
want the-
Pizza. We hope you have a great afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
You too. See you guys.
Thank you.
See you around. If you really want the Glen of the Good Witch one, you got to call in, man.
Right. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
Way to be, a lot of people, they say, your problem is you're indecisive. They tell, young people like us, you just got to make up your mind and tell, but you just did it. You said, you got to call in. I'm not going to drug Linda unless you call in.
Gotta do it.
Got to put yourself out there, man.
Right. And hey, if he's going to make that blog about dead animals, don't make it until you just got to make it.
Yeah.
You can't ask for our opinion on it.
You
I'd
don't-
read it.
Don't wait
Right.
around. I
Right.
would. I
Right.
definitely would.
Definitely. So, what do you guys like to do besides draw right now with me and hang out on the summertime, jet skis, water sports? Is there any cool activities you can do to make yourself just a hobby or anything that you would give advice to somebody else?
I really like hiking, even though I haven't really done anything like that in the past couple of years. When I used to go to a sleepaway camp, I did a lot of that.
Okay.
I've hiked a couple mountains up in Maine.
Wow.
I've actually hiked up the northern end of the Appalachian Trail, Mount Katahdin, and I would love, since we're in Georgia, it
Right.
would work out because I would want to go to Mount Springer and hike up there because it's the southern
It's the
end.
start of the trail.
And I have a picture of myself on top of Katahdin, but I don't have one in Springer, but I could take one and pretend that it took me like 5 years
Right.
to hike the
Have a
Appalachian
big
Trail.
beard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you should do it that's a good idea.
I think that Mount Springer is like
A good
Couple-
social media post that would get a lot of
Yeah.
likes, I think.
probably.
So, are you guys both on social media, Instagram,
Yeah.
Snapchat?
Not as active as I'd like to be.
Okay.
No,
fair
not at
enough.
all actually.
No, okay. Interesting. Do you have any opinions on it? Why you don't want to do it, or?
I would probably like it, honestly, because I have a sense of humor for that kind of thing. Just quick, easy
Okay.
jokes like that, or more complex things.
Sure.
So I wanted to get into it, but like, I just don't. Reddit sucks up all my time.
Fair enough.
Call from
Okay, we have a caller, and before we address the caller, I just see in the chat several people are saying we all have to draw our dads.
Our dads.
Would that be okay?
Ooh, I haven't done that in a
Ooh.
while.
If something like that, just from memory, I guess we wouldn't be able to look at them. But
I mean, most of the people here, well, some of the people here would probably know what my dad looks like.
right, he does work here at.
He's been on
Right.
stream.
Yeah,
He was in Swap Shop.
he was on our 100th episode.
Yeah.
I'll draw my dad. I don't mind if you guys want to draw your dads.
But wait, let's see if the caller has
right, let's see
anything
what the
interesting
caller has
to
to
say.
say. Yeah.
Hi, yeah, I was going to ask if they'd like to draw their dad. So.
Oh, you're gonna ask?
Oh,
Okay.
all
Great.
right.
Well, why don't we just start drawing our dads?
All right,
Um,
fine.
Can I ask a quick question for Ethan?
Yes.
Good luck.
What do you do to your hair? Do you use any product? Your hair is absolutely beautiful.
Well,
you guys both have a good head of hair.
really appreciate
Thank
that.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
I wake up, I go to the shower, I shampoo and the Head and Shoulders.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
How often do you usually wash your hair and like shower? I used to for a while when I had more hair, I would like let it for a few days not wash it because I have curly. It was curly and it would look really cool. But then
Probably-
I thorough daily cleanse.
daily.
Yeah, once
Okay.
a day.
Yeah, I would usually wait a few days and I would still take a shower. I'm not gross, but I would wash
Keep
my
the hair.
Yeah, just don't touch it. Just
If I don't wash my hair, it'll get oily,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
oily.
I see.
All right, on to my
So
dad.
we're starting to draw our dads.
How big do you want it to be? Like, take up the whole page?
Yeah,
or-
make up the whole page.
All
yeah,
right.
and then we'll give it to your dad. Father's Day is coming up in 2
Oh,
weeks, and we'll
crap,
give this
it
to our
is.
dads. I'll mail this to my dad, who lives in Missouri, and maybe incorporate them doing an activity, something they like to do.
Could you draw them maybe giving you a hug on your way out, leaving the door as you go to school in the morning?
Maybe giving a hug. I'm going to draw my dad
Yeah.
just looking at me, and that's it, just staring at me. So maybe I'll put in a little bubble or a thought bubble saying, "I'm proud of you, son."
Yeah, okay.
But you can also, you can do what you want. You guys feel free to be creative. There's no harm in doing any kind of creativity here. We're here to just share stories, swap ideas, and just have a good time.
Yeah. This music's really helping, actually.
Yeah.
Very creative.
No judgment. You don't have to be an artist. Draw. Just draw. Put the pen in your hand. I remember reading a book on the Pixar creators, how they started Pixar, and one of the directors said, we're all artists as children, but we grow up and we no longer draw anymore, and we lose that talent. But
Yeah,
keep
I've seen
drawing.
that a lot, actually. Like, a lot of people I know
Always
just
keep
sort
drawing.
of give up on that eventually.
Mhm.
It's sad to see.
Right.
profound.
So, do you have any other questions for our interns?
No, I'd like to just wish them an excellent future, and I wish them all the best, and I really hope you
Do you
guys
have any advice?
succeed in everything you'd like to succeed in. Yeah, don't hesitate to follow your dreams, man. Just do what you want to do every day.
Well, it sounds like they're both kind of doing what they want to do. Like it's one in video game design and one in film. So that's great advice though.
Heck yes, just keep at it, guys. Please.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Definitely. And don't go down dark alleyways.
No, don't do that.
There might be monsters.
Worried.
So we invite you at home if you're watching to draw your dad, and you can send us pictures of your dad at williams.swap@gmail.com, and we'll feature them on a special Father's Day episode coming up. Or if you get them into us before the end of the show in 15 minutes, we'll put them on the air. Cyber J is a very capable employee here, and he'll be able to bring them online, put them up on the stream. Thank you for your call, and we will talk to you later.
Yeah, goodbye.
Thank you. How's your drawings coming so far, guys?
Well, I had to
Going
start
pretty
over
well.
to make it bigger, but
It's okay.
it's working out.
I usually draw my dad from memory or from picture, but I just went and visited him, so now I'm drawing it from memory.
That works.
And it worked. And so far, I'm actually saying it's turning out pretty good.
Cool.
My dad's got this really unique hair feature going on where
Really?
he's got a little bit of a swirl in the front.
Oh, nice.
Like Superman style?
Well, it's less of a curl. It's more of like a
Right.
cone-esque
Right,
shape,
right.
more like a physical tornado.
Oh, wow.
You know, kind of not too far out. But
Do you
it
ever make
pokes out.
jokes about it, or is he?
I don't
is he-
joke about it.
Okay.
It's a bit more of a serious talk.
Okay.
You know?
Does he know that you're on stream right now? Could he be watching?
I doubt it.
My dad actually has a pretty good head of hair.
Mhm.
So, to your dad, I guess I've seen your dad, Ted, but I'm assuming your dad, since he has a tornado on his head, he has a good head of hair.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a bald patch, but he's still killing it with the
Hey,
tornado.
That's right. And my dad has a curly head of hair, and he likes to wear sunglasses a lot, so I'm drawing them in sunglasses.
Ooh.
But he has the transitions, so in the daytime, when he's inside of an office, they turn, or nighttime, they turn
Yeah.
into regular glasses, but in the daytime, like a superhero, they go into sunglasses.
Right.
So I'm going to draw him. He's outside. My dad loves to fish.
I think I'm going to draw my dad watching me on stream because I told him I was going to be on here.
Okay.
So he's
Yeah.
probably checking it out
That's
right now.
great. Here's my dad so far.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. I just moved it. I messed it up. And that's basically my dad. Hey, Zach. You're not hooking the pole right. You got to catch. You're not casting it right. Stop casting it like that. That's just something you would say when we go fishing. So it looks like so both of you have a different, very distinct art style, and I like both of them a lot. It's great. This is the first time we've ever all drawn. I've had two people come on to draw together.
Right.
Here I have my dad, who's a very big fan of gardening. He does a lot of yard work. That's kind of his hobby outside of his job.
Right.
And he's hanging out with his best bud over here, my dog Bear.
Aw, what kind of dog is Bear?
He's a Labrador Pit Bull mix.
Ooh. It's a unique look.
Yeah, I mean, he looks a bit more like a wiener dog here, but in real life, he's much more...
And his name's Bear.
Yes.
That's a great name for a dog.
Yeah.
I actually met a couple dogs named Bear before. It's kind of a common thing.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a good name for a dog.
My dog's name is Petey. He's a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh. I used to have a pug, actually. He was kind of goofy. His name was Hercules. I always kind of like names like that for dogs.
Right. Very,
Very strong name for
Yeah,
a
very above and
goofy looking
beyond.
dog.
Dad is going to be holding a fishing pole.
Oh, yeah?
If anybody would like to call in and give us some advice on our drawings, or give us a chance to draw some more things, just give us a call. 413-961-4263.
Call from.
Dad's gonna have a fish on the line.
Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the William Street Swap Shop. You're on live. This is Zach, Ted, and Ethan.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Zach. Hello, Ted. Hello, Ethan.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing this is Benjamin?
Yeah, this is
We have not talked in a long time, Benjamin.
Yeah, it's been a long time, since April.
Yeah, I believe so. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This week has been really busy, really tired with lots of deadlines and calls and stuff.
Right.
But I'm doing great.
Is it spring? It's spring break, you said?
No. Otherwise, I'm in college. I'm with lots of work and deadlines.
I see. So do you have any questions for Ethan or Ted, or anything you'd like to add to their drawings?
Anything I'd like to add to the drawing? I don't know. Father's Day is coming up. Maybe
What are you doing for your dad for Father's Day?
my dad. I don't know. I'm looking for activities to do together. Looking for an exposition or
Right.
going to a museum, park.
You're going to go to the casino?
Maybe. Or the museum or some attraction place like that.
My dad's a big
Bigger,
fan of casinos.
The casino? I would love to go to one.
Right. So what do you, if you could address your dad, would you like to say anything to him now? If you pretend he's watching the stream?
Well, I will just say that I appreciate everything. Because he comes home tired. He does a lot of work
Right.
all day, from Monday to Saturday, and then he just comes home to relax. I appreciate everything he does.
That's right.
He has been helping me a lot.
That's good.
Basically supporting the whole family.
What's your dad's name?
Jose.
Jose? We can just say,
Yeah.
if you'd like, if you have a quick time, that's ready, if you want to take a second to capture it. Matt and I do this a lot on the Swap Shop. We'll just all say, Happy Father's Day, Jose. You raised a great son, Benjamin. And we'll just say it all to
All right.
one camera. I don't think we're all three on the camera, so I'll say it, and then you guys say it, and then we'll. Is that okay, Stephanie, to do? Okay. So I'll say it here. Oh, there we go. So we're all going to say it like this.
Oh,
So we
that
all
works.
just look at
Yeah.
the camera that you're on. It looks like you guys are on this one right here.
Okay.
And then we're going to look, and we're going to say, Happy Father's Day, Jose. You raised a great son, Benjamin.
All right.
We'll do it in three.
All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Happy
Happy
Father's
Father's
Day,
Day,
Jose.
Jose.
You raised a great son, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Is that
He's
good?
gonna appreciate.
Did you
Yeah.
capture it?
I captured it.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Pretty high quality.
Good. You captured it.
Next time you have to pay for it.
That's right. Next time it does cost, we will do customized greetings.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. Father's Day's coming up. You should send him that vid.
Perfect. Great.
Benjamin,
Thank you.
are you in high school or are you in college or what's your current state?
I'm in college.
Okay.
Studying computer science.
How was college?
Computer science.
How was high school for you?
Really?
Yeah,
That's very nice.
it was good.
Yeah. I'm doing good, but I don't think it's the atmosphere is pretty empty there.
Yeah. Do you wish you could go back and if you could go back and do anything different, would you, or would you're just fine with how things have turned out?
I will maybe try to find the classes in the morning, because in the afternoon it's kind of messy. I have a messy schedule, and the classes are almost messy.
Fair enough.
So I guess if I will change anything, I will try to find classes in the morning.
You would try
then I
and
will have
not
it
go to
blocked.
class in the morning?
No, I will try to go to class.
Oh,
in the morning.
you
okay,
skipped a lot in the morning.
Oh.
Do you guys ever have a problem
Yeah.
with that, like getting up early and going to school?
Nah.
What time does when you had class in high school? What time did your days start?
Well, I'm really lucky because my school doesn't start until 8:30, and on Wednesdays we get late arrival at 9
Wow,
because of teacher
8:30.
meetings. So
I think my first class was 7:55.
Yeah, I would wake up at 7.
Wow.
Maybe if I was lucky, 7:15.
Did you have to go to bed at a certain time at night, to tell yourself if I don't go to bed by 11,
I would,
I'm
but
gonna
I would
be-
ignore it.
Okay. I always had to go out. If
Yeah.
I wasn't in bed by 10, I had to wake up at 6. I need my 8 hours of sleep.
Right.
I don't think
Well,
I
Benjamin,
Yeah,
thank
I'll-
you for the call. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about the drawings, or ask questions for Ethan or Ted, or anything for me, or just say that I'm doing a good job so far, or anything like that?
Of course, you're doing great job.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful Wednesdays are a great place for instance.
Okay.
Um,
Could we actually have you guys hold
I
the
would
drawings
say,
up
I don't know.
so people could see on the camera? Yeah. And then I'll hold mine up, and we'll just kind of, while we talk, feel free to get some shots.
These beautiful
Yeah,
images.
because I've been seeing them on the table, but I think people in the chat are saying
It's hard to see.
that Ted's drawing actually does look like Jeff.
Oh.
And he's saying he's reading millennials, draw your dad virtual pizza. Oh, he's watching the computer what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's a great drawing,
That
Ted.
was
That's
good,
nice. And same with you. That's really great. I like Bear
Yeah.
and your dad gardening. It's great. It really captures the Father's Day spirit.
The last
just told me
time
a few things about that.
You like these, Benjamin? Have they shown up for you on your feed, the pictures?
Yeah, I've seen it. Jeff has told me a few things about, like, do the internship and stuff.
Okay.
I'm really jealous
You're jealous?
that going to high school and already having an internship. So that is a great opportunity.
Right. I'm in the same. I'm with you. I'm very jealous that I wish I had that experience when I was. I think that's one thing I think you're both aware, though, that you are having an incredible experience.
Yeah, this is going to be...
Right.
Well, I mean, we've only been here for like 2 days so
Yeah.
far, and we're already doing
Well, this
a
has
lot
been
of
the highlight
interesting
so
stuff.
far,
Oh,
right?
for
So
sure.
far, yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, Benjamin, we thank you for the call, and you're always welcome to come and hang out with us up here if you ever make it up here.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Well, of course, I'm glad.
Okay, thank you. They're asking
Thank
in
you.
our chat. Thank you, Benjamin. Have a great day. Small Spoon is asking, can we get a zoom on Ted's? They want to zoom in on
Got it up.
that drawing.
I'm pretty jealous of Ted's drawing. I'm not
Right.
very much of an artist, but he really captured the
It
spirit.
looks great. We'll just
Capture the
give
spirit
people
of
a second
fatherhood.
to screen grab it. Do you plan on giving this to your father, Ted, or
I will
he's watching now,
now,
so he
yeah.
probably has it screen grabbed.
Probably.
They said 15 out of 10. I want to shake those dads' hands.
Yeah, he
Last
can't.
time I drew my dad, he, like, noticed I had given him, like, sort of a fuzz, like, facial hair
Right.
thing going on. He doesn't really have that.
He says I keep myself clean shaven. Don't put that in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's inaccurate.
I mean,
if
he's
that's-
gotta keep up appearances,
Right.
you know?
He
Yeah.
predicted the future.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
If you're ever on Wonderful Wednesday,
Yeah.
can't draw my scruff.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I would love now. Next week we'll have Jeff, your dad, and your dad come on, and it'll be
That'd
like a
be
past
great.
and present.
You have, like, a versus thing
Right.
Be
between us and our
spectacular.
dads.
Yeah, it'd
be
be
great.
interesting. It looks like one of the folks in the chat sent in a drawing of their dad to our email.
Ooh.
I don't know if we can pull that up, but maybe we'll pull that up and analyze that drawing. We only have a few minutes left, but we'll take a look at it if we can.
All right.
If you do have a dad drawing at home that you did while we were drawing, feel free to send it in to williams.swap@gmail.com. And both of your dad's pictures I feel are more from the heart and better than my dad's.
Oh, come on. It's great, man. Come
I'm
on.
proud of it anyways, and I'll give this to him in a card.
We should frame these somewhere.
We should.
We should.
Do you go fishing a lot with your dad?
I do, yes. I first went fishing when I was 4 years old.
Oh, really?
Basically, I've been going since. Until I moved here, I don't go as often. But
Are there certain places you go, like, more often than others?
yeah, I like to go on the Chattahoochee River,
Mm.
and when I lived in Missouri, I'd go on the Mississippi River. But
I heard they actually, like, found a crocodile or, like, an alligator in
yeah,
there recently.
they just found the third one. There's been
Third?
3 that have been up in that
It was a
area.
big one, right? It
Yeah.
was, like, 7 feet, something
It
like
was
that?
a big, just had been eaten. I think all the snacks that you get on the river.
Right. I live actually near the Chattahoochee, so,
okay.
like,
You ever worry if you go out, like, you get close or?
not really.
No.
Like, I mean, I did a little bit when I heard there were alligators, but it doesn't really, like, scare me that much.
Yeah. I think I'd be more scared if I was in an inner tube floating down the river,
Yeah.
and then something I just felt like a horror movie, like
Like a
pull
little
on me.
graze.
What is that? Get pulled
Jaws.
under.
Yeah, not
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Are there any movies you guys are excited about coming up in the
Movies.
fall? Yeah. Or it's the summer movies, because we're in summer movies, summer
Yeah.
blockbuster. You're going to be studying film, and you're with video game design. You might as well be.
I mean,
video
yeah.
games are more narrative every day now.
Actually, I was kind of interested in the Warcraft movie that's coming
Okay.
out right now. I
Right.
don't know how good it is.
I think they said
mean,
it's worse than Battlefield Earth. I thought
Oof,
that's what
seriously?
someone had,
Oh,
had
no.
wrote that as a review, but that's just what I saw when it first popped
Jeez.
up.
It always kind of feels like the first reviewers are always the
True.
like the harshest or the most
They're gonna be
like
mean.
praised. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Eddie. He does movie reviews, and he's been on the streams a lot. But he talks a lot about movies, and I think he actually said it was supposed to be pretty pretty bad. But
All right.
for everybody has their own opinion and,
Yeah.
and perspective on it.
I might check it out anyway.
Right.
I mean, I think that at least it looks nice.
Sure.
And that's
yeah.
enough.
And that's you
People love Avatar
appreciate
for
the
it.
graphics. Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Ethan?
I wanted to go see the Popstar movie. It's out right now.
Oh yeah,
It seemed to have gotten some interesting
that's
reviews.
rated R as well, so you'll have to do the same.
Same thing.
So what movie do you think you'll buy a ticket for this time?
There's the Angry Birds movie.
Oh,
Is that
Angry
still in
Birds.
theaters?
Right, I think so. It just came out. Yeah.
Angry Birds.
There you
That'll
go.
be
Say
it.
two for Angry Birds.
Two for
I'm
Angry Birds.
going with my date from City Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's official. We
There
already
you go.
announced it.
Oh, here it is. Here's the picture.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Mullet Daddy.
Mullet Daddy.
Wow.
I love it already.
Yeah, it's great. I love that the face doesn't follow any contour lines. It's just
Yeah.
a floating eye and mouth and nose. You can just fill it in yourself. Does he have a big chin? Does he have
Is
a
it
small
scruff?
Yeah, does he have scruff? Does he have
Very
big
minimalistic.
jawline? It is. It's great.
It helps. It gives you. It lets your imagination loose.
Yes. And I
Is
believe
that
that was
scruff?
Jivas Barabas that sent that in, so thank you for sending that in.
Is that scruff? Is it a chin?
I love it.
Right. Is that just his lip?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm sorry that that happened, and I'm sure they raised a great son or daughter, and very sorry for your loss. Those are the two drawings that we've got of dads.
I'm sure
And that's
we'll get
bound to
more over
happen,
time.
right? That fathers, they pass away, they're only human,
Yeah.
but they did a great job raising us. And I think I'm sitting with some of our finest people who work here at the
you.
table, and they're the youngest, I think, to walk into Adult Swim. But we have, you guys both have a lot of great talent, and you came in at the last minute. You sat down with me. You put up with some of my weird questions,
Hey,
and
man.
you dealt with some of our callers. And hey, you got cool heads on your shoulders. I'm proud of you both.
Thank
Big
you.
thumbs up.
Thank you.
If you ever need us, we'll be like 50 feet away.
Great, yeah. I'm sure in the future we'll definitely come to ask
Definitely.
you for more help.
Oh, yeah.
So do you have any last minute advice or questions before we wrap up the show?
Stay in school.
Yeah,
Stay in
Stay in
school,
school.
right. You don't plan on dropping out, do not leave school.
Stay in school.
Stay
Don't
in
do
school.
drugs.
Happy Father's Day. And we look forward to seeing what happens with you guys in the next 5 years. So be sure to keep up on social media. Everyone's going to want to follow you on your names now, and we don't have them. So if people are watching and they want to follow Ethan and Ted, good luck. You'll find them
There you
someday. Yep. Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a wonderful
you. Of
Wednesday,
course.
and thank you for being here for the whole hour. And I thank everybody watching at home and on their mobile devices, everyone who's just interacting and giving us calls. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
Have a
Stick
wonderful
around.
Wednesday.
A wonderful Wednesday, and have a wonderful Crosswords coming up next at 2 p.m. I'll be back tomorrow with Matt at 1. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
See ya.